But I will have to say, I'm guessing Monica was actually supposed to be a normal character in this game, but because she's in the president position, which the game developers have automatically made it so that the person in this position would like you know, devolve. So when Sayori took her position, she started to devolve as well, and we definitely know. So we actually do know about something. This is a really weird thing that when we deleted Monica, it feels like she didn't get deleted because she still had control and she was still around. On the other hand, when we deleted Monica later, when we started a new game after the reset, it feels like she didn't even like without her existence, everyone in the game just falls apart. So she got properly deleted that time. The earlier time when we deleted her later in the 4th chapter, she didn't get properly deleted. I don't know how that works, but all right. They look pretty cozy over there. By the way, we are going for 2 endings at the same time. Maybe not. No. We are definitely, maybe we are. I'm going down an exploration pathway is what I'm saying. Huh? Natsuko suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself 12 inches away from me. A foot away, alright. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. Just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. It's a whole fucking book. How am I supposed to finish it in a fucking day? If it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose there's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where my stuff is. Blah blah blah. She's gonna get into the poem. Let's get into it. Now that everyone's here, why don't you start sharing with the poem? I can't wait. Alright. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Is he going to ask me? Yeah, I'm gonna do Natsuki first. Apparently that's the way to do it. I told Natsuki I was interested in poems yesterday. Probably unfair I shared mine with her. Did I? I guess I skipped that part. I must have said that at some point. Alright, let's see what Natsuki likes. Okay, well, let's get started with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Now what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this poem, I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when I was writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. I still feel like Yuri's poem is the best. Followed closely by Monica's, after that Sayori's, and then least her. I don't even like anything of her regarding her poem. It's just weird. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. You went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retort gets caught in the throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss if she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Yeah, we already read this. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. It has to be. It just doesn't. Very rarely does a gem come up where a fucking poem that is very simple is like gives out a lot in its meaning. I think Haikyuu is a good example, but this is just this. I understand the meaning that people can only try, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Oh, that's what it was about? That's pretty cool. Except for the poem's writing style, I still don't like. I like the message of it. I don't like the writing style still. Yeah, understand. But the other things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhythm at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. It also makes it very infuriating, I'm allowed to say. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it meant to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. Is she really that young? I mean, she should be in the high school first year at the least. Because, she looks really small. She's like a midget or some shit. Won't take that away from her. Alright, then it should be Monica. Let's see if she says anything new, or is it going to say anything? Yeah. Glad to hear it, by the way. You're new and da. Anyway, want to share a poem? Kind of embarrassing. Yeah. It's also the barrier. This and that. I like it. Really? Lot cuter than I expected. Oh geez, no, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write, and she's a good writer too, so take that as a compliment, if you say so. Yep, there's a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for children, but if you think about it, they can express views of world that would apply to everyone. I see. You're saying that Natsuki is like that, sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. That is true. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying something different a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way. That's the best way to find. What? That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of writing style, but I'll always help you the most. Don't force yourself. Write this and that. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yeah. Sound confident. Yup. I don't always sound confident. Let's just read it then. Hole in the wall. I think I've read this. I realized that now I wasn't looking in. I was looking. Yeah. I've already read this. So that's amazing. Her poem is great. Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say kind of epiphany. Yeah. Let's get through all this. Just force her to draw something. Yeah. And just leave a dark puddle on the paper otherwise. We're gonna go to Sayori first because I want to see how she would respond, because she's going to be neutral to it. This is a good poem. Are you sure this is your first time writing? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. To be honest, I'm afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Wouldn't write one at all. Really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Okay. Yeah, we already read all this. Thanks, Sayori. Then again, can't deny that she's the reason I joined. Yeah, I'm not going to make sure a lot of fun's here. I am going to hold you to that then. Yay, you'll read my poem too. Yeah. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow. Yeah, we already. I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Yeah. Read this. See, this is a really good poem, by the way. I'm just gonna skip through Yuri. So that's the same shit. We just need to go for Yuri now. She should be a little bit more apparent because she shouldn't like this. This like a writing style. Yuri says of the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I've got to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my words into thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It's your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. What do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So is that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What are you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of a new writer. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and the form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness is weak. Yeah, this is the same sort of shit. I guess last time she was like a little flustered because we targeted her. But yeah, is she gonna talk anything about Natsuki? Let's see. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to Natsuki. If you mind, Do you mind if I read your poem now? This is so weird. I just like if I bend forward, the fucking audio gets like clapped down in a single like area, so I can hear myself in like a very like I'm standing in like a little booth or some shit. If I back away, it like bounces off across the fucking room, so it sounds a little bit more open. But that's a random fucking analysis right now. But okay, do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love sharing my process. Blah 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 blah. Where is the poem? I really like this. This was my like holy shit. This poem, the poem she writes is so good. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. It's so good. My favorite line was the amber glow or whatever. I guess it's in the next poem or something. No, it's right here. Tendrils of hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. I really like this. Told you actually think your handwriting is pretty. Blah blah blah. That's a relief. Usually I write long poems. To be honest, this and that, this and that. Totally missed the point. Yeah. Her poem is so good. It's so fucking good. Like I really can't hold her. Phew, this and that. Everyone's done. It's a literature club after all, and Monica should stand up. Generally exchanging sheets of paper, sharing the respective poems. I generally don't like the situation in Act 2 because they start flickering and screaming and like talking shit to each other. It's a really creepy section in Act 2. I think that's the creepiest section in the entire game for me. Because that's the only time in the game that I just literally rip my headphones off. I actually checked that audio. It just sounds so weird. Sounds like I'm like moving the mic around because like the audio goes away and it comes in closer every now and then, but that's what it is. Anyway, exchange the sheets of paper, sharing the respective poems. Also, there was a section where for some reason the audio got recorded by something else and like it picked up the desktop audio or some shit, and because of that my audio was like reverberating and like 3 times over, and there was like an echo like I'm standing on a fucking mountain or some shit. For like 5-6 episodes. Unfortunate, but you know what it is. It is what it is. What can I do? Kind of the change expressions. Natsuki brows flutters. I think this is what's with the language, huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. This is lip. On one hand, I could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Okay, so yeah, this is the same bullshit. I'm gonna skip through all this. I'm gonna take Natsuki's side in this. So we took Yuri's side. So whoever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, Natsuki has a point. I think that rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that's conveying feelings with words can just be as expressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Okay. Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. Sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today, but even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so, you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her at all. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. You don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, blood. Sheesh. Oh, she went sheesh. Was she doing the hand signs as well? But maybe not. It's kind of cringe. Natsuki takes a breath. This is the thing. The last time we took Yuri's side and she got flamed and she left. I guess this won't happen this time. The thing about Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Surprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. They literally look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, holding eye contact. I would actually be giggling. Someone said that. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. Okay, I'll go make some tea. Alright, she did run away this time, huh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, you want to read each other's poem, right? I hope that everyone's writing. SOG word, to be honest, was a nice pace of change. Lazing around, blah blah blah. Not at all. It's time to go. Let's all relax. Of course, before chatting, we do literature-related things at the club, so we can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's the club is for. I disagree, Donika. What about? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. This is a new thing. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Alright, I think in the end, Monica's right. Being in the logical probably means I can spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far.